So welcome back to Topeka here. Game 2 getting ready to get underway of today's two-game doubleheader. Danny Kolditz on the mound for the Jayhawks, and he forces a swing and miss with his first offering of the afternoon. 12:28 p.m. here in Topeka, and we are underway. The Jayhawks took Game 1 back on Friday. Took Game 2 just a few minutes ago, 7-5 the final score there, as that's called for strike 2. And quickly Kolditz has a man on the ropes. 0-2 offering here in the first at-bat of the afternoon. So Kansas looking to cap off what could be a sweep, hopefully, for the Jayhawks, as that's outside for ball 1. A beautiful day here in Topeka. Very warm, very nice outside. And Kansas looking to close down this series. That's fouled back. So McCarty at the plate right now for K-State. One, two. Ooh, rung him up. Kolditz dishing a chair. You can hear him saying in the KU dugout. Screaming chair. Because Kolditz just sat him down. McCarty strikes out looking, and there's one away here as we start things off. So here's Majorus now. Called strike 1 from Kolditz as he looks to continue moving through the order. Apologies, very loud. As that's fouled back. So quickly into an 0-2 hole goes Majors here, as the Jayhawks look to continue moving through this frame. 0-2 from Danny Kolditz. Got him! Foul tip into the glove. Struck him out. Quickly 2 down, and that's how things start off. So Owen Welsh, the 3-hole hitter. Looking to get anything going here in the first. First offering is called for strike 1. Outside, ball 1. So the 1-1 from Kolditz. Swung through strike 2. And he got him. Danny Kolditz strikes out the side, and that's how we start things off. A 1-2-3 inning for the Jayhawks. We head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 your score. So back for the bottom of the first here in Topeka. Ryan Camacho watching the ball down low, and that's how he starts things off. We'll take a look here at the Jayhawk lineup here for game number 2. Camacho hitting leadoff for the Jayhawks. And he's playing out in left. Batting second, playing out in center, Tyler Bermundo, the Iron Dome they call him, out in center field. Out in right field, batting third. One moment. That's taken for ball 3, so quickly a 3-0 count here to Ryan Camacho. But back to what we were saying, back to the lineup. Batting third is Alex Ryland, as that's called for strike one. Camacho thought it was ball four. So Alex Ryland playing right. Peter Duma over at third, batting fourth. Fifth is the designated hitter, Jacob Bittner. 3-1. Is chopped through the gap. Ryan Camacho, a leadoff single, and that's how things get going. So it's Camacho left, Bermundo center, Alex Ryland in right, Duma at third, Bittner designated hitting, Quinn Gawitz playing over at second, the freshman, Max Rosencrans playing first this afternoon, and then Charlie Marshall behind the dish, and Grant O'Doherty at short. So here's Bermundo. First offering to him is called for strike one. Tyler Bermundo looking to get things going. Picked up an RBI last time out on a sacrifice fly in the first game of this of this series. And he fouls that one back. So quickly 0-2 behind on the fellow they call the Iron Dome out in center field. You know, Julio Rodriguez gets the no-fly zone, but nothing gets down against the Iron Dome. Tyler Bermundo, everything intercepted on the fly. The 0-2. Throw back to first, and Camacho slides back in head first, beating the throw. The 0-2 up high, and Bermundo gets one back. Ooh, left up high again. Bermundo watches, and the count goes even at 2 now. Trying to work the count here is Bermundo, the second hitter of the afternoon. A gorgeous day, gorgeous afternoon here in Topeka. Beautiful fall Sunday. As that's cracked over, it got through his legs. It goes through his legs. It's second, and everybody's safe. You don't see that every day. But Bermundo sends one through the legs of the second baseman, and there's 2 on with none away here. Apologies there if anything sounded odd. I accidentally just knocked the mic off of where I usually keep myself mic'd. It happens to the best of us. But now with 2 on, it's an opportunity for Alex Ryland to knock in some runs as he leaves that for a ball to start things off. Ryland designated hitting today. And he's quickly ahead 1-0 in the count. It was a close game in game number 2, a 7-5 victory as Ryland swings through that one for strike one. 7-5 in favor of the Jayhawks, and Shayton right after the game saying they need to come out today and jump on this pitching and just pick up hits. They've got 2 early, looking to keep things going. As that's a great play. They're going to go to third, and it gets by. It gets by at third. Camacho will score with ease. Bermundo holds at third, and Ryland will trot to second on the bad throw to third. Alex Ryland taking his sweet time walking to second, but he will take it, and already it's 1-0 in favor of Kansas. So Peter Duma will have 2 runners in scoring position now with a chance to make this, or with a chance to extend this lead. Already 1-0. First pitch is fouled back. Now the 0-1 here to Duma. It's out back. He just caught a piece of it. Apologies, like I said during the first game, still battling that KU cough. The 0-2 to Duma is left down low for ball 1. So Kansas looking to extend that lead. They put up 7 last time out, but 6 of it coming in the second inning, and then they kind of just let their foot off the gas, and Shayton Wright said that shouldn't be happening. As that's going to be laced out toward right field. That's going to get down. 1 run scores with ease. 2 runs around to score. Rylan will trot home. And it's 3-0 Kansas on the RBI single from Peter Duma. So a quick 3 before K-State can pick up their first out. And the Jayhawks jumping on them early, as Bittner now will come up with a chance to continue doing damage. He leaves that one low for ball 1. Skied towards shallow. It's over towards second and caught. Bittner flies out and there's 1 away. So Kansas puts up 3 before K-State's even able to record an out. The Jayhawks, like we said, jumping on this pitching early. As now there's 1 away for Quinn Gowitz, the freshman. As he waves at that one, it's going to bounce in the dirt. Duma goes sliding into second, heads up base running to swipe second on the ball that skipped away from the catcher. So Gowitz now an opportunity to drive one in here with a man sitting on second. We'll see if he's got it. So Gowitz, the 0-1 here. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and a man on. He leaves that one up high for ball 1. 1-1-1 here in the bottom of the first. A lot of ones there. So Gowitz looking for something. He'll sky that one. And it's caught. 2 down now. So Kansas State, looking to get out of the inning and limit the damage to only 3 runs. It'll be 2 away here for Max Rosencrans, who pitched game 1. Through 5 innings, 4 of them shutout. After he threw 4 innings, 3 of them being shutout after a 4-run first inning. Duma ducks back to second. Rosencrans with a 4-inning day here in game 1. And he'll watch that one for strike 1 to start things off. That one is laced through the hole. Green light on for Duma. No throw. And Kansas extends their lead to 4-0 now. Max Rosencrans an RBI single. And Kansas will continue pouring it on here in the first. It's 4-0 Jayhawks. So giving Danny Colditz plenty of time to rest in the dugout after he struck out the side to start us off. Here's Charlie Marshall. He watches that one for strike 1. He didn't love it. He looks at the umpire, and you can tell he wasn't a fan of that one. Nevertheless, called for strike 1. He waves through that one. It skips away, and Marshall behind 0-2. As it looks like the Wildcat catcher has some words for the umpire. But we continue. So the 0-2 offering here to Marshall is swung through for strike 3. He didn't love it. And he just heads back to the dugout. So one inning down, and Kansas jumping on the Wildcats early. 4-0 Jayhawks as we head to the second. So top of the second here in game number 2. 4-0 Kansas after a 4 spot in the first from the Jayhawks. And it's Danny Cole that's back to work after striking out the side in inning number 1. First offering of inning 2 is called for strike 1. Picking up where he left off. Stewart in the box for K-State. And here's the 0-1 from Kolditz. Swung through strike 2. The 0-2. Rung him up, strike 3. And Stewart did not like that. Not a fan of that call as the Jayhawks go around the horn. So here comes Peg into the box for K-State. Looking to get something going. First offering from Kolditz. Chopped over towards Gawitz. He gobbles it up at second and fires to first. Quickly 2 down on only 4 pitches. So with 2 down now, Phelps will come to the dish and look to get something going. The wind continuing to blow here in Topeka as that's swung through for strike 1. So 4 straight strikeouts to start the afternoon off for Danny Kolditz before the ground out to Gawitz. He's back where he left off. Here's the 0-1. Outside, ball 1. So the count even at 1 here. Down low, ball 2. Now the 2-1 here to Phelps. Outside, and it's a hitter's count here for Phelps as he looks to become the first base runner of the afternoon for the Wildcats. 3-1 hitter's count offering from Kolditz. And he walked him. So Phelps gets aboard. And there's one on with 2 gone here in the top of the second. As there's a car alarm going off somewhere around here. Santolin will step in here. The 7-hole hitter for the Wildcats. As the car alarm has stopped. That is wonderful. As that's called strike 1. Just catching the outside of the zone there. So the 0-1 offering here just moves outside. Kolditz working the outer part of the zone, but this time nothing going. The 1-1 here. And again, just out. That one catching into the zone and the count back even at 2. So Kolditz trying to work past the walk and sit down the Cats. 2-2. Ran inside, but they call it ball 3. A close pitch, and advantage goes to the hitter. 3-2 now. Full count. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 5 in the first 2 innings for Danny Kolditz. And the Jayhawks get out of it. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-0 still. So bottom 2 here of game 2, 4-0 Kansas still. And that's left in the dirt, and that's how we begin things here in the bottom of the second inning. So Kansas put up 4 in the bottom of the first. We'll see what they've got for the second frame. The wind continuing to pick up. That's knocked over towards second, corralled onto first, and the throw's just in time. So 1 away here as Ryan Camacho, the leadoff man, comes back up to the dish. Kansas nearly batting around in the first inning. But Ryan Camacho will step up after O'Doherty grounds out to second. Camacho, the leadoff man, picked up a base hit to start things off. And that's called for strike 1. The 0-1 is chopped foul. You know, as I talked about in the first game, was in Manhattan for the football game last night. Actually stayed the night in Junction City and drove back, or at least drove to Topeka. I'll head back to Lawrence after this, back to the beautiful University of Kansas. But it's been an interesting day. Got pulled over this morning on the way here. Actually did just get a message that one of my good buddies was just now leaving Junction City about 30 or 45 minutes ago with a few of my other friends. And apparently instead of taking themselves to Ellsworth Hall at the University of Kansas, they put in the directions to Ellsworth, Kansas, which is the direct other way as Camacho chops that one over to short, rifled onto first. A good play, and there's 2 down. So 2 away here in the second. As K-State looking to finally pick up a scoreless inning here. I guess granted it is only the second inning, but looking to pick up a scoreless second inning here. But no, they messaged us and said, man, we just went the wrong way. We went 25 minutes in the opposite direction because my buddy put in Ellsworth, Kansas instead of Ellsworth Hall. So fun times there. You know, it's been quite the morning. That's usually how it goes. Here's Bermundo. Tyler Bermundo 0 for 1, but he reached on error in his first at bat on the ball that went through the legs of the second baseman. You don't see that every day. But Bermundo stepping up, looking to pick up a base hit as he leaves that one, and the count goes even at 1. Bermundo looking to drive one here. And he'll pop it up. That's going to come nearly right back to me. Oh, hello. Lands on the concrete, and that is never a pleasant noise. That always scares you a little bit. But it lands safely on the concrete, and everyone's A-okay. Now the 1-2. And that bounces in the dirt for ball 2. Count even now. Got the opportunity to go see Tyler's place of work earlier this week at the radio station in Lawrence. Got to hang out and watch him do his thing. As that's lined toward right, and it'll get down for a base hit. Bermundo with a good piece of hit, and that was smoked off the bat. You see him using that wood bat. Obviously, the Jayhawks heading to Louisiana next week for Wood Wars, where you have to use a wood bat. So some guys on this team getting some cuts in early to try and dial themselves in for a big tournament next week. They finished second last year, nearly won the whole thing. So this is a Kansas team looking for revenge as they head to Louisiana, as that's going to be taken. Bermundo standing up into second. The Iron Dome swipes a bag. No throw down, and he doesn't even have to slide. So a taken strike here from Alex Raylan. Looking for his first base hit of the day. And that's left down low in the dirt. Raylan obviously reaching on the error. They tried to nab Camacho at third, but a bad throw from the pitcher got Raylan on a second and drove in the first run of the afternoon for the Jayhawks. As that's poked foul. And the count even at ones again. So the 1-2 now is chopped. Fair ball. Weird play, but he'll nab him at first. So a shutout second for the Wildcats. Bermundo stuck at second. We head to the third. 4-0 Kansas, still your score. So it's back to work for Danny Kolditz here in the top of the third here in this series finale between Kansas and Kansas State. His first offering is just outside for ball one. 5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings for Kolditz, including striking out the side in the first frame. So Jennerwein will take ball one, as that's called for strike one. Kansas a 4-run first, no runs in the second, but nothing going so far for the Wildcats. As that runs in and nearly catches Jennerwein, but he jumps back just in time, and the count goes to 2-1. So Kansas looking for the sweep here in game number 3, the 2-1. Swung through strike 2, a big cut there from Jennerwein. He was nearly off balance, it looks like. And if you're wondering, obviously I talked about in game 1, but if you're wondering why does the actual broadcast footage not look awesome, it's something's off with the white balance of this camera, and it just makes it look a little funny. As Jennerwein swings through for strike 3. The 6th K of the outing from Danny Kolditz, picking him up and putting him down. So 1 down now as we head to the top of, this isn't the top of the order. 1 down here in the third. Kolditz looking to continue making quick work as that swung through for strike 1. Kolditz looking to continue with his momentum here. The 0-1 is called for strike 2. Hansen quickly behind 0-2. Kolditz waits, looks for the sign. Now he kicks and deals. Rung him up, strike 3. My goodness. Danny Kolditz gets him to watch it. And there's 2 down here in the third. So McCarty watches that for strike 1 to start off his at-bat. 0 for 1 this afternoon with a strikeout in the first. McCarty, the 2-hole hitter. As that swung through strike 2. Now the 0-2 here to McCarty. Popped foul. It'll be out of play. No play on that. It bounces off the concrete and into right field. So McCarty able to get bat on ball there and foul one off. We'll see what Colditz goes to with the 0-2 once again. Left outside, ball one. So McCarty getting one back at least. So here we go again with the 1-2. He got him. Strikes out the side again. My goodness, 8 strikeouts through 3 innings for Danny Colditz on another level right now from the man on the hill for the Jayhawks. We go to the bottom of the third, 4-0 Kansas. So Peter Duma will lead us off here in the bottom of the third. Still 4-0 Jayhawks as they look to extend that lead. And he jumps on the first pitch, grounded over toward third. It's going to be a tough play. Duma's fast, and he's going to beat it out. Peter Duma hustling down the line, and he's going to be in with an infield single to start things off here in the third. So Kansas with a quick base runner. Looking back at this fall season so far, they started off with a 3-game set against South Dakota State. Took the first, dropped the second, and then won the third. And then they took on Iowa State, a very good Iowa State club baseball team, obviously. Iowa State does not have a Division I team, as that's left up high to Bittner for ball one to start off the at-bat. Iowa State doesn't have a Division I team, so that's the best of the best for the Cyclones. It's a very good Iowa State team, and they took 2 or 3 from them, including a walk-off. A classic finish as that skied towards shallow. It's going to stay in the infield and be caught. So there's 1 down, and Bittner falls to 0-2 on the afternoon. A very good Iowa State team, and then obviously here in this third series, looking to try and cap off the sweep here. Gowitz watches the first pitch for strike 1. 0 for 1 this afternoon. Looking to do some damage here. As that's fouled back and it skips up and actually bounced off his upper back. Took a weird ricochet and he falls behind 0-2. Very nice facilities here in Topeka at the Bettis Family Sports Complex. And like I mentioned in the first game, it's a bit of a step up for me here in the broadcast booth as time is called. You know, the first series of the season against South Dakota State was at Lawrence High, right in downtown Lawrence, very close to campus. But you know, you're sitting on the bleachers, you're on the metal, you're just kind of trying to survive, trying to get everything set up and working. But it was tough, and now we're moving up in the world a little bit. Got a little booth up here, made out of wood. Got myself a chair as that's shot through the gap, and it's going to get by for a base hit. Duma holds it second, and Quinn Gowitz has his first hit of the afternoon. There's 2 on with 1 away. And now Max Rosencrantz will have an opportunity after, like we said, after pitching well in the first game of the day, of this doubleheader. He's got an opportunity to knock in a run here. But no, I got a table, got a chair, got myself a little shed type thing going, moving up in the world a little bit. Some nice facilities here in Topeka. They treat the broadcasters right here, you might say. Spent some time in the first game talking about my breakfast that I ate between innings because of my busy morning. As that's left for strike 1. But no, some nice spot to be in. And I told the story in game 1. I might as well tell it again if anyone's only tuning into game 2. But I was in Manhattan for the football game. Obviously, as we mentioned, I stayed in Junction City. I had my camera, I had all the broadcasting equipment ready to go, and I was pulling in to the facilities here in Topeka, and it clicked that I left my tripod that the camera goes on at home. So if you watched game 1 and were wondering why there's no first inning, as that's going to skip off of Duma, and that didn't feel good. He did not like that. And you heard somebody in the KU dugout goes, you should have left the Evo shield on. That nicked Peter Duma. Definitely didn't feel well on the throwback to second. But as we were saying, I realized I left the tripod for the camera back in Lawrence. Didn't have time to go get it, so I hustled to Walmart and bought a, that swung through for strike two. Bought a construction light tripod. It says on the box it is a hyper tough tripod stand for a lightweight collapsible design, and it's for construction lights. Like when you're working, you need some lights. That's flared out to left, a weird little base hit. It's a great catch out and left, and there's two away. You saw Duma at second. It looks like he thought it was going to get down, but I wouldn't say a spectacular catch, but a very good catch out in left field. It's a Rob Rosencrantz of a base hit. Oh, heavens. And there's two away with two on. I'm sure Danny Kolditz is enjoying this because even though Kansas isn't putting any more runs on the board, he's getting plenty of time to sit because these innings are taking a while. They're fighting this count. They're really, really working it. So Charlie Marshall with 2 outs will have an opportunity to try and extend this lead as he takes that one for strike one. When hustled, bought the construction tripod, brought it back, got it set up. Obviously, we had the problem with the white balance, which is why it looks a little bit wonky on the broadcast that you might be watching right now. But everything working out in the end, and that's all you can really ask for. As Marshall chops that one, steps on the bag at third. And K-State gets out of a jam. 2 on early, but it's another scoreless inning. To the fourth we go, 4-0 Jayhawks. So it's back to work here in the fourth for Danny Kolditz. 4-0 still your score here in the second game of this doubleheader. And Kolditz starts things off with the ball up high. He's been red hot so far. We'll see if he can keep it going here in inning number 4. As that's outside, and quickly Majorus goes ahead in the count 2-0. So Kolditz looking to keep things going. About 45 minutes into this game so far. It's been moving fairly quick. Outside and 3-0, so green light will be on for Majorus here as he looks to draw a leadoff walk here in the fourth. The 3-0. Down low, and he walks himself aboard. So Majors draws a walk, and that's how the frame starts off. Owen Welsh now 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Looking to get something going here. Kansas State trying to piece together a rally. So the second game in a row where one team has put up a 4-run frame in the first, as that's going to be grounded over towards third. They just go to first and nab him there. 1 down. So it was 4 strikeouts, and then a ground out, another 4 strikeouts, and a ground out. So Welsh nabbed. Majors goes to second, advancing on the fielder's choice. And there's 1 on and 1 gone here. So Stewart will come up to the dish, looking to drive the runner, who's now in scoring position around. Kolditz looks for the sign and prepares to fire home. Swung through, strike 1. Now the 0-1 here. Called strike 2. Kolditz looking to make quick work of Stewart here. Only 47 pitches. Through 3 1/3. The 0-2 chopped, corralled, onto first, and there's 2 away. Peter Duma makes the play over at third, and there's 2 down. Majors holds at second as well. So 2 away here in the 4th. As Colditz looking for another quick frame. It is still very chilly out here, I can't lie. The short sleeve t-shirt was not a good move from your favorite KU club baseball broadcaster today. But that's how it is. As that runs in, and that's going to tag him. That caught Peg on the back, and that did not feel good. So there's 2 aboard here. Here in the top of the 4th. So Phelps will step in here with 2 away. He's got 2 on and an opportunity to do a little bit of damage here. We'll see if he's able to make it happen. The first offering is just outside. So the 1-0 to Phelps, who walked the first time up. And that's called ball 2. Called strike 1 there. He gets 1 back. As Danny Colditz just trying to work through this order once again. He's able to get it back here. So it'll be a 2-1 offering here to Phelps. Checks his swing, and it's 3-1. So Colditz trying to avoid walking the bases loaded here in the 4th. The tying run sitting on deck. Swung through, strike 2. I think he thought it might have been strike 3, maybe not. So now the Cats forced to defend here. Phelps will have to lock it down a little bit. The full count offering. He shakes off the first sign from Marshall. Likes that one. Comes into his set. Kicks and deals. And he walked him. Base is loaded now with 2 down. We'll see if Colditz can escape the jam. So Max Santolin will step in here with an opportunity to knot this game up. He represents the tying run. First pitch swinging, and he can't connect. Looking for the sign is Colditz. He kicks, deals, and fires. Fouled back, but caught for strike 2. And Colditz will look for a way out of the inning after 2 groundouts. He fires. Fouled back right to me, back into the screen. And Santolin will stay alive here. So here we go again. The 0-2 outside, skips by, and a run will score. Marshall couldn't hang on, and a run scores for the Wildcats, so Kansas State on the board here in inning number 4 for the first time. And they're fired up in the K-State dugout. So now the 1-2. Lined up the middle, drops in for a base hit. The first hit of the afternoon But now they've got him in a pickle. It skips away again. They hold him. A run scores, and it's 4-2. It dropped in just in front of Bermundo, and the first hit of the afternoon for the Wildcats drives in a run. So Shayton Wright will be out to chat here. We'll see what he's got to say, as there's an arm up and throwing in the Kansas bullpen. Can't see who it is. But they'll chat with Kolditz. I'll try and see if they'll let him try and get out of the inning. And they will. So K-State adding a couple runs here, trying to get back in it. All of a sudden, we've got ourselves a game. The Jayhawks have been unable to capitalize on a few scoring opportunities to grow this lead. And now a big-time chance here for K-State to try and knock this one up. First pitch is in the dirt. So Jennerwein will step in here with an opportunity to even this one up. We'll see what he can do. That's down low. It chases him back out of the zone. Kicks and deals. Called strike one, and he gets one back, so it'll be a 2-1 count now. Trying to get out of the inning now are the Jayhawks. That called for strike two, and we go even. So looking for one more here. The 2-2 here. Rung him up. K-State adds two, but Kansas keeps a 2-run lead. To the bottom of the fourth we go. 4-2, Jayhawks. So back here for the bottom of the fourth, K-State adding two in the top part of the frame to get themselves back into this game. So we'll see if Kansas can answer with two of their own. First offering here is left, but called for strike number one. So the 0-1 lobbed in there and left for ball one. Count going even here. So Grant O'Doherty looking for something here. 0 for 1 this afternoon. And he'll jump on that one, but it's corralled and caught. One down. One away here in the fourth. And it'll bring us back to the top of the order with Ryan Camacho. So Camacho here with one down. 1 for 2 this afternoon. Reached on a base hit to lead things off, but grounded out last time up. First offering here in the bottom of the fourth is jumped on, foul. So new life here for Camacho after he chopped that one down the first baseline. We'll see what he's got here for the second pitch of the at-bat. Camacho wearing Justin Orloff's batting helmet as he leaves that one outside. You can see, well, you might not be able to see, but there's a 35 on the back of that being Orloff's numbers. That's chopped the other way. Corralled over at third and throws just in time. 2 down here. So Bermundo now, Tyler Bermundo will come up here, 1 for 2 this afternoon. Like we said earlier, using the wood bat. Looking to get dialed in for next weekend's Wood Wars tournament. He picked up a base hit last time up. And a couple bats kind of strewn across the field for the Jayhawks, and that'll be a quick stoppage as they get those cleaned up. So Bermundo with an opportunity now to get something going with 2 outs, and he leaves that one in the dirt for ball number 1 to start off the at-bat. Yeah, we were joking before the game, coined the term the Iron Dome for him. Because much like the Iron Dome, the defense force, or the defense system, nothing gets down in the outfield when Tyler Bermundo's out there. As that caught him, and he'll take a trot to first. Just nicked him on that front shoulder, and Tyler Bermundo is aboard with a hit by pitch. Granted, for Bermundo, that ball did drop in just in front of him an inning ago. That resulted in the first base hit of the afternoon for K-State. But 90% of the time, he's out there and he's not letting anything down. So Alex Ryland now, as Bermundo tucks and goes, he's going to try and steal. And he's out. Wow. A close play at second, and Bermundo is nabbed. He doesn't love the call, and he'll chat with the infield umpire. A very close play, but that will end the frame. We go to the 5th. 4-2 in favor of the Jayhawks. Held scoreless here for the 3rd inning in a row. So back for the 5th, a game that's moving pretty quickly. And Danny Koldit's day is done on the mound for the Jayhawks. He goes 4, only allowing the 2 runs in the 4th inning. As that's swung through for strike number 1 to start things off. So Kay into pitch for the Jayhawks, and he quickly generates a swing and miss. That's left in the dirt for ball 1. Just an hour in now, and we're already in the top of the 5th of it's only a 7-inning game. As that's left up high for ball 2. So Hansen 0 for 1 this afternoon. Looking to pick up his first base hit. Apologies. I accidentally just knocked the mic off of where I keep it placed. As that's fouled back for strike 2. I wear a cross chain and I actually keep the mic clipped to the cross. It works out pretty well because it stays in the same place the whole time unless I accidentally knock it off like I just did. Gives it a pretty convenient place to stay, as that's fouled back by Hansen. And we'll go again with 2 strikes. The wind continuing to blow here. It is pretty chilly, I can't lie. But Kay looking to pick up a strikeout here, the 2-2. Down low, and the count goes full. So a bigger opportunity here to get aboard and lead off the inning with a walk. As that's grounded over toward Gawitz at second. He misplayed it a little bit, and it's going to get by. He heads to second, and Hansen's got himself into second. Gawitz couldn't make the play, and the throw over wasn't in time, or it was just off the mark. Rolled all the way to the dugout fence, and it's a leadoff reach on air, we'll call it, from Hansen. It looked like a very good play there to kind of knock it down, and even though Gawitz couldn't gobble it up at first, he was able to corral it, but the throw just off the mark. And now the tying run comes to the dish with nobody away, as that's down low for ball 1. As that's skied but foul. 1-1. Is lasered out toward left, and it won't get down, or will get down. Camacho misplayed it. Here comes the throw to the dish. No throw. A stand-up double, and it's a one-run ball game. All of a sudden, it is tight here in Topeka. 3-4 now. And there's still nobody away here in the top of the fifth. Kansas State, the offense starting to come alive here in the back half of this ball game. Now K is going to have to reset here and try and get back into this one. Up high for ball 2. And KU just struggling to find the zone right now. That's the problem. We'll see if they can turn it around here. But that's up high, and it's 2-1. K looking for something going. That's up high, and it's 3-1. And he walked him. All of a sudden, the go-ahead run sitting on first now for K-State. As they look to rally back into this one, it'll be Owen Welsh, who's 0-2 this afternoon. With an opportunity here to really shake things up. Welsh, the first offering. He puts bunt down, but he can't get it down. Strike 1. Okay, and the Jayhawks looking to get out of the inning. Still nobody out, as that's left for a ball, a very close pitch. But they give the nod to Welsh, and it's ball 1. They count back to even here. And that's looped out toward left. Camacho cuts it off. And they're not going to wave him on home, so another base hit. And with no outs in a one-run ball game, the bases are loaded. So time called. Colditz will take a walk out to the mound and chat with K. Looks like it'll be a meeting of the minds out here, and we'll see what happens here. They're going to try and talk him through it. And it looks like they'll leave him out there to try and get out of this one. So the base is loaded with nobody out. A big-time jam here as Stewart steps up 0-2 this afternoon. But certainly a threat to do some damage. The Hawks would love either something chopped back to the pitch where they can nab a guy at home, or maybe a double play. First offering there is called for strike 1. That's left outside. Count goes even 1-1. Top 5 here in this one. It's been a rather long 5th inning. Nearly 10 minutes in. As K-State has rallied as that's left outside for ball 2. And you just don't want to walk in the tying run. That is not what you want to happen here. A 2-1 offering is chopped. They're going to go home with it, and he nabs him at home. A good throw from Duma over at third, and Marshall able to step on the bag just in time. There's one away. And a football comes flying out of the K-State dugout now. You don't see that every day. But now one away here. Stewart aboard on the fielder's choice. So now with Stewart aboard at first. That's chopped foul. A very close play. So now the 0-1 here with one away to peg. He checked his swing. He did not go. Count goes even at 1. Now the 1-1. Swung through, strike 2. And K looking for a strikeout here. And down low for ball 2 there. K looks, fires. Grounded just past the glove of Duma. 1 run scores. Here comes another throw to the plate. Not in time. A 2-run single, and Kansas State takes the lead in the 5th. Peter Duma dove for it, couldn't make the play. And that might be day done for K here. Shaitan Wright walking out to the mound. We'll see what he has to say. Yeah, that'll be all for him. So we'll take a break, and we will see you once we got a new pitcher in. 5-4 Wildcats, top 5, 1 away. So we are back, and the Wildcats have rallied to take a 5-4 lead here in the top of the 5th. Aiden Day in to pitch for the Jayhawks. And with 1 out and runners on second and third, it's a tough spot to inherit. I'm sorry, it's runners on first and second. My apologies. As that drops in for strike 1 to start off the at-bat. Phelps looking to continue this rally for the Wildcats. Now the 0-1. And it's popped foul. Count goes to 0-2. So the 0-2 here from Day to Phelps. He got him. Sits him down, a big strikeout to open up his outing. And there's 1 away. Or I'm sorry, there's 2 away. So Santillan now will have a chance to add some more as Day looked back towards second. Max Santillan with an opportunity to really change this game here. As that's called for strike 1 on the first offering. kicks and deals. Skied. Gowitz, Bermundo calls him off and hauls it in, but a 3-run frame for the Wildcats has them ahead by 1 run as we head to the bottom of the 5th. K-State 5, Kansas 4. So Eli Greenfield will lead us off here in the bottom of the 5th. Kansas on the back foot now, trailing this one 5-4. 4 runs in the first inning, but nothing going since then. And the Wildcats have rallied to take the lead here. Greenfield starts things off by leaving that one down low for ball 1. Greenfield played well in the first game. Thought he was going to have the day off, but in to try and spark a rally. I don't know what to say. He grounds that one over towards first, and there's one down. So now Peter Duma here with one away. Can he be the one to get something going again for the Jayhawks? They had the good first inning, but since then they've been relatively quiet. First offering to Duma is cracked over towards short. He's speedy. Can he beat it out? He cannot. A good throw from short to nab him at first. And there's 2 down after only 3 pitches. So not what Duma was looking for there, and now Andrew Swearingen will have a chance to be the one to get things going. That's left outside for ball 1. So Shayton Wright will be in to pinch hit next up. He sits on deck. As that's called for strike 1 to Swearingen. As that's in the dirt, skips through his legs and back to the wall for ball 2. The 2-1. Chopped over towards second, corralled, and the Hawks go 1-2-3 to the 6th we go. Still 5-4 in favor of the Wildcats. So Aiden Day back in for another inning of work for Kansas, looking to continue to mitigate the damage. He'll take the hill here for the top of the 6th. First offering here, squared around a bunt. It's going to be right back to Day. Not a great one, but a bad throw, and he beats it out. Not enough on the throw from Day. It was just lobbed lackadaisically back to first. Nothing you can do there, and he beats out the throw. So a leadoff bunt is how we start things off. So now with a runner sitting on first, Hanson will have a chance to try and drive him around 0 for 2 this afternoon. And he fouls back the first pitch. And ripped foul. And, ooh, called ball 2. A close pitch there. I'm sorry, that was ball 1. My apologies. A close pitch there, but they give him ball 1. So 1-2 here. Throw back to first. He beats it out. And now they're going to chat with Day. We've got a meeting with the umpires as well. We'll see what this is all about. Shayton Wright seems a little unhappy about something. I'm not sure what. So the man on and 2 strikes to Hansen. Aiden Day's just going to look to get out of the inning. Day looks towards home and looks for the sign here. Fires back to first again. And flared foul. That's going to be out of play. And it bounces all the way back off the concrete. So the 1-2 again. Laced back up the middle. There's one. Throw to first. A beautiful double play. Oh my goodness. Grant O'Doherty with a gem. There it's short. Charging to second and then jumping up and making the throw, and quickly there's 2 down. So O'Doherty erasing the leadoff bunt and any problems afterward with a splendid double play right there. That ball is hammered but foul. McCarty got quite a bit on it, but it just hooked foul. And there's 1 strike on him. So here in the top of the 6th of a 7-inning game, Kansas is going to have 2 chances to respond as long as they can keep this game at 1 run. That's swung through for strike 2. He just blew it by him. Oh, 2 just moved outside. So now the 1 and 2 offering. Got him. He got him. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Kansas looking to answer back. 5-4 K-State. So Shayton Wright will lead us off at the bottom of the 6th. Kansas looking for an answer here. They're going to have 6 outs to try and put up at least a run here and get back into this game. First offering. Left down low, but called strike 1, and Wright didn't like that. He was not a fan of that call, but he falls behind 0-1 here. The 0-1. Called strike 2. So Wright looking to do something here to start off the inning, but he's quickly behind 0-2. And fouled back. He stays alive. Hit out onto the other field. And he'll actually settle out on the turf of the of one of the other fields here. The 0-2 again. Chopped, tough play. Can he beat it? Bare hand throw, but the pick is not there. Wright will round and go to second. He's going to be there safely. Shayton Wright heads up base running. It was an excellent bare hand play by the Kansas State shortstop, but the throw not on the money. Skipped out to the dugout fence. And Wright's aboard. The tying run sits on second here for Max Rosenkrantz. We chatted with Rosenkrantz early during game one after his 4-inning start. We'll see if he can be the hero of game two and not this one at 5. First offering to Rosenkrantz. Chopped. Wright goes to third. Fair ball, steps on the bag, and there's one away. But he moves the runner up 90 feet. And all of a sudden, the tying run sits on third. So a big at bat here for Charlie Marshall, the catcher. He's now the one with the opportunity to tie this game. And they're going to have a meeting here at the mound for K-State. The Wildcats got a chat about the man behind the plate for KU. It's been a back and forth game. Kansas played at 4 in the first, but nothing going since then. Looks like the meeting is over, and Charlie Marshall will step in with an opportunity to knock this game up at 5. A lot of green grass, especially out there in left field. Infield playing very shallow. We'll see what Marshall can do. He leaves the first pitch for a strike. 0 for 2 this afternoon is Charlie Marshall, but this is a huge spot for the catcher. The 0-1. Pulled foul, and that'll settle on the other field. Marshall takes a step out of the box. Behind 0-2 here. The tying run sitting on third, 90 feet away. Kicks and deals. And pulled foul again. Marshall continues to fight here. And things getting intense. The Kansas dugout getting fired up here as they look to try and tie this ball game. And it's a pass ball. It looks like maybe it was fouled off. It looks like it might have caught the bottom part of his bat. You don't see that every day. So the 0-2 once again from Charlie Marshall. Up high, and it's left for ball 1. Marshall steps back in, the 1-2 now. Inside, and the count goes even at 2. O'Doherty sits on deck for the Jayhawks. The 2-2, he steps off. Right, jogging back to third. The 2-2 is lined towards center. It's deep. It's over his head. Wright scores with ease. Marshall around second. He's going to dig for third. Throw in. Not in time. Charlie Marshall ties this game with a triple. And he's waving the lead at third. The catcher comes up big. He drilled it to center. It just got over the head of the center fielder, and all of a sudden, we are all square here in Topeka. Now Grant O'Doherty with one away is going to have a chance to give the Jayhawks the lead. It's another righty-lefty matchup favorable for O'Doherty. As that's lined, back up the middle, base hit, Kansas leads. Two quick base hits, and Kansas reclaims the lead at 6-5. Backs to the wall, and the Jayhawks' bottom of the order has come up big. Now Ryan Camacho will have a chance to keep things going. Camacho fouls back the first offering. So the 0-1 now to Ryan Camacho. I'm sorry, the base hit just a moment ago, that was not Grant O'Doherty, that was Owen McGovern, who's wearing O'Doherty's jersey. So Owen McGovern with a go-ahead RBI here in the bottom of the sixth. The 0-2 is popped up. Tough play in the sun. It gets down. Throw to second gets away from him. Camacho reaches on the pop-up. And now Tyler Bermundo's got a chance to add even more. So it'll be 2 on with 1 gone here for Bermundo. Looking to continue doing damage. First offering taken for ball 1. And throwback to second, not in time. McGovern slides in safely. So Kansas has totally flipped the script once again here in the 6th. And that's left but called strike 1. Bermundo the 1-1, he steps back again, but McGovern is there. That's lined over his head, out into the gap. 1 run around to score is McGovern. The throw to the plate, not in time. A stand-up double for Tyler Bermundo, and the Iron Dome waves the wheat for the Jayhawks. All of a sudden, it's 7-5, and it's a 3-run frame. Tyler Bermundo hitting the ball like he does playing intramural softball. So another meeting at the mound. And all of a sudden the script is flipped. 7-5 Kansas with another big inning here. So Eli Greenfield now will have a chance to continue extending this Jayhawk lead. He jumps on the first pitch. That's going to be flared toward left, but caught. Camacho tags, no throw home. He'll trot in safely. Eli Greenfield, an RBI sacrifice fly, and it's 8-5. A second 4-run frame for the Jayhawks. So Peter Duma now with the speedy Bermundo. My apologies. Once again, the mic fell off. But Peter Duma here with the speedy Tyler Bermundo sitting on second. a chance to keep things going. Plenty of green grass in the outfield if Duma can pull one out toward left. He jumps on the first pitch. That's through the gap. Green light on. Here comes Bermundo around to score, and it's 9-5 Kansas. A 5-run frame, and the 2-out rally continues. Peter Duma working on a 3-for-4 outing as well. Not too shabby from the third baseman. As that's left outside. Swearingen taking his second round of cuts for the afternoon after his first at-bat ended in an out. The 1-0. Left down low. Well, they called it for strike one. A close pitch there. And called strike two. And can't connect. That'll sit him down. We head to the 7th, but Kansas plates 5. The Jayhawks lead at 9-5 as we head to the final inning. So here we go, the final inning of work for this 3-game series. And it starts off with a called strike one. Kansas looking to close things down. It was close for a little while, but a big frame in the bottom of the 6th has this game at 9-5 as that's called for strike two. The 0-2 here. Got him swinging. Down on 3 pitches. So one down here in the 7th. First offering popped up as Mike Ray looking to close things down. Foul back. So Madris struck out to start things off. Welsh fouls it back on the first offering. The 0-1. Laced out toward left, it's down for a base hit. And the Wildcats saying, we're not done just yet. Don't count us out. So Brock Stewart now with a chance to keep things going. Stewart watched that one for ball one. Now the 1-0. Called strike one. That fouled right back to me at the net. And we are all good. The net protecting me, keeping me safe back here. Now the count goes to 1-2. Pop up on the infield and caught. 2 down. So K-State down to their final out. First pitch taken for strike one. Fouled back, strike two. And the Wildcats down to their final strike of the series. The 0-2 offering from Ray. Left up high. That's line toward left. Camacho comes in and lets it drop. So 2 on, 2 gone now. As Peg just looped that one out toward left. So Peg able to get aboard and continue trying to fight here. So Phelps now with 2 outs. We'll see what he can do. The first offering from Ray. Swung through, strike one. Swung through, strike two, and again, the Wildcats down to their final out. The 0-2 from Ray to Phelps. Got him swinging, and that'll do it. The Jayhawks cap off a sweep. It took 5 in the 6th to win it, but they rally, and they're playing the fight song. A little bit of revenge for last night's Sunflower Showdown in Manhattan. The Jayhawks sweep the series, close out their final series of the fall season with 3 big wins. And they get ready for next week in Louisiana at Wood Wars. Thank you for joining us in Topeka, and we will see you next week in Louisiana.